will be helpful. And then right off the bat, I would encourage you to download 2 apps. We'll talk about them later, but if you can download them now, that would be great. One, and you might already have it, and that's even better. But one of them is the Edits app from Instagram. So if you already have that one, great. And then the other one is CapCut. So if you have that one, great. And if not, just download that. And also, Stu, are we recording? Yes, we're already recording. Okay.
I normally introduce, but you were giving such great info that I thought I would slip it on there. We'll do the intro. We'll do an intro in like 3 minutes. I think if you're okay, we'll give each other people like a few minutes to trickle in.
Sure, that's great. And then if anyone is downloading their apps, that would be great too.
Exactly.
Edit.
Hey, Jess, are you talking about this one?
Yes.
Great.
It's from Instagram. It pairs nicely with Instagram. It's one of my favorite apps. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm just going to be sharing some of my own opinions. So, you're going to hear a lot of opinions from me today.
Jeff, can I do it again? Can I show you? And this one? This way people can see what it looks like.
Yep.
And that's the other one.
Perfect. But yeah.
We can't hear you, Stu.
I'm like, are you talking, Stu?
I tell my kids, look, kids, you get what you pay for. So if you didn't pay anything, don't expect anything, I'm just teasing them, saying like, if this doesn't work, I'm so sorry. And I know you're saying they have lots of opinions, but I'm sure all this is going to be great. So I'm excited.
Totally. I know, even as I was preparing, which I did a lot of preparing, but I was also like, it's also a free class. So it's okay. It's not. I'm not a professional in this. I just wanted to help and share like some of the things that I've learned along the way. I've been doing this for a long time, honestly, a very long time. So yeah, inside of that, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of what to do. I've learned a lot of what like not to do. Trial and error. So hopefully my trials will help you to not have to do those.
I hope so too. We have the chat going. Are we going to need the chat, Jess?
Oh, sure. We can have the chat going. That's fine.
How would you like to do questions? Would you like us to write questions and you review them so that you stay in your flow? Or do you want us to put our finger up? Or do you want us to, how would you like to do it?
Maybe just throw them in the chat. I am very AD. I'm going to look at the chat anyways.
All right.
Right? I know that's what I'll be doing. So.
Okay.
Also,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, it's okay too if you want to unmute. It feels a little more informal. It feels like, I just want you guys to feel like this is kind of like a chat with my friends, me just wanting to come alongside and support. And so that's okay.
Okay. Well, I will formally introduce you. Jess, thank you so much for offering to do this insight session, part of the Coaches Collective. For the premium members, our paid membership, we're so thankful that you're giving of your expertise and skill. Yay to Jess. And also what I love is that you have freaking been working your butt off for a long time on this. And then I know you have your gurus and I know you have your things, but then like poof, this happened and you have learned something, switched. And then you were like, I can do this. And now you're like, I want to like pass on that I can do this to others. And I love that. And so we're not expecting, you're not a social media, business. We're all the same, but we're just looking forward to hearing your, what you've been doing and what you want to share with us. So thank you so much. And the floor is all yours.
Thanks, Leo. Actually, if you guys don't mind, I would actually like to start by praying. Is that okay? Can we just pray to open this? God, thank you so much for your goodness. Thank you for this space that we can just come together and help each other, God. And I just pray for your presence to be here and that everyone in this room would be able to take in this information without any sort of pressure to perform or to learn quickly, but to be able to just take in some new ideas and trust that they're going to get everything they need from this. And I just bless each person here with fresh ideas and new boldness to create and to step out of their comfort zone. And I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about social media, and the main thing we're going to be talking about is making reels. But I wanted to share something. I don't know if anyone's heard of this book before, Steal Like an Artist. So I definitely recommend this. Even if you don't read the book, that's okay. It's by Austin Kleon, perhaps. But it's the idea that there's nothing new under the sun. So if you have been on social media for 5 minutes, you could probably see the same reel several times. It's very common. You might view it as like a trend. There's a reason there's trends and trending audios and things like that, because the same ideas are just going around and around and around until that trend gets thoroughly wrung out and is done. And then maybe a year later it comes back again. So like that's kind of what I want to talk about, is the idea that there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that we create is influenced by something. And so some people are afraid because they feel like it's copying. But I wanted to share some things a little bit about we're not copying, but something as you're thinking about how your business is going to show up on social media before you even make a reel, right? I love that we did Joey Papa first because he was talking about know the soul of your business, know your niche, know who your target audience is. And that is actually really important because if you do not know that, it's okay. This is still going to be helpful for you. But the more you know your business, the more you know yourself, the easier it's going to be to create. Because when we're looking at trends, some people are always like, Jess, how do you come up with ideas? And it's because I know my business so well that when I'm watching reels, I'm always watching them through the lens of my business. Now, I'm also doom scrolling sometimes, for sure. But also, I'm very much, when I'm watching reels, if something stops me and catches my attention, I take note. I'm like, ooh, how can I make that into my own idea? Or how can I present this in a way that is through life consulting, or some of you guys are familiar, I do a lot of work with moms. And so we're going to actually do some fun things. Stu, can you make my screen share? Thanks. So I thought it would be fun to kind of just take a minute. Ooh. Wait a minute. So it's sharing my screen. So if I do this, can you see it or no? What? Hold on. Help me understand. When I click away, does it show that, or what is it doing?
No, when you click away to another screen, it continues to show your video.
How do I share my screen then, Stu? I'm sorry.
If you click the share screen button, then you're going to choose on the bottom. There's a share screen button.
Okay.
And then you can choose a tab or a window. I think you probably want to, it's up to you how you want to share, but I would recommend a window.
Window. Okay.
So then you have let's say a whole Chrome browser window for you, if that makes sense.
All right. Thank you for your patience. Okay.
Wonderful. There we go. Yeah, good.
So if
So
I
now we can see, yeah, there you go. So choose your Instagram tab, and then we're
and
good.
then and you see my Instagram right now?
And I can see your face in the bottom. So I can see your Instagram tab and I can see your face. Perfect.
Okay. I cannot see you guys. I can only see my Instagram tab open. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys this. Here we go. I'm going to show you a reel. And is there any way, Stu, that I can see people's faces or just I can only see my thing? It's fine if I can't, but.
Stuart, we
You're
can't hear you
muted.
again, my guy.
Sorry. Move the school tab, disconnect it from the main window, move it out. Yeah. Like kick it out. And then can you move it out like away from the, like into its own window? Don't close it, but.
Do you guys love when I'm teaching you about something technical and I am very obviously not technical?
You should be able to like pull it. If you pull it down, try pulling the tab down.
Okay, let me see.
Does that work? And yeah, now it disconnects.
Yeah.
Now move that tab to like make it smaller on one side, exactly. And we won't be able to see that one. We can only see your Reels one that you share.
Okay, so you can see the Reels one right now, my Instagram page. Yeah? Can you see if I hit this? Can you see that?
Yeah, it's a bit small, but yes, we can see it.
Oh, I'll just make it. Whatever, it's
Okay.
fine.
Good. Yeah, perfect.
All right, guys. So what I want you to do is I'm going to play this reel. Okay, I just want you to watch and I want you to be, what are you thinking about when you're watching this? And then we're going to talk about it. I don't know if you can hear the sound or not, but.
Jess, I think you can give us the audio if you click the little audio on your screen.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, Nina.
Oh, God.
Forgive me for my shins. These are my top 10 shinners of the summer.
Okay. So I'm going to come back. Actually, where is it? All right. I'm coming back. And I want to talk. Did you guys watch it? Did you see it? All right. You can
just really quickly, do you want to keep your screen sharing for later so you don't have to reshare it every time? We can see you, but what's main on the screen right now is what you shared. Is that okay for you?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Great. Okay. So after watching that, I want you guys to think about some ideas. Like how, if you watched that, so random, a whole bunch of people are getting hit in the shin with scooters, right? It looks so painful. Let's ideate. You can just unmute. Like maybe think of what are some ways that you could use this reel.
You could do how I get hit in the, like, you could substitute shins for, feelings or, something like, I don't feel like the idea is completely formed, but it's something like that. Like instead of watching somebody get hit constantly in the shins with something, like they could act like they're getting tripping or getting hit in the shins by their feelings, and then sort of like narrating that, like here comes like anger, and like the person like pretends to, or one of us, whoever made it, would fall over, or getting hit in the arm with sadness or grief, or any of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I'm talking about you just using this same video because you can actually use this video and I'm going to show you how in 1 minute. But I do like that, Nina. I like that where you're going with that, getting hit with emotions. Great. Does anyone else have any ideas?
Mine was quite similar to Nina, where I was like, maybe it's like triggers coming at us and we're like, whoa, what's happening? Trying to like regulate in the midst of it.
Oh, that's good too. I like that.
me trying to do something with like me trying to love my wife when she's in her whatever period of her period, or something like
That's actually funny.
well, it's not bad, it's just relatable.
Yep.
Totally. And relatable is really important. We're going to talk about that. So,
I was
anyone?
About the number of times that I get triggered throughout the day by my kids, or like ways that like mom, like mom, like all day, every day.
Totally.
Like
I love
overlaying it with an audio of mom or something. Mom.
So I saw something similar to this reel, but it wasn't this reel, but it was a similar reel of somebody getting beat up by different things hitting them. And it was like what it's like for a woman to try to establish a workout routine. And then it's like, period, kids' school schedule, and like second pregnancy, or what different things kept coming and hitting, like every time I try to get into a workout routine, and it's just wham, wham, wham.
Totally. Pow, pow, pow. Okay. So now I'm going to show you I did make a reel of this one, and I'm going to show you it.
Forgive me for my shins. These are my top 10 shinners of the summer.
So it says 10 things people pleasers would rather do than say no. Oops, hold on, then I'm gonna come back. Okay, so you get the idea. All I literally did was took a video. It was already made, and I had the idea 10 things people pleasers would rather do than say no. Get hit in the shins. So who in here is a people pleaser? Or let me say has been working through people pleasing, right? So super relatable. You could put anything over this video, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to come back over here, and hold on one second. Actually, we're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I'm going to show you another one we're going to do. I'm going to show you this reel.
It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
Okay, super relatable, right? You're basically taking the song, It's Not My Problem. And yes, there is something written on there, but how could we use that in our work? It's not my problem. What are some ideas?
Making people feel more comfortable when you're dealing with grief.
Mm.
Yeah.
So good. Love that, Nina. And I know that's something you work with is grief. So I love that is top of mind, right? So you saw this and that's what you're thinking. And really this whole thing is me wanting to help you guys to change your mindset about social media. When you're viewing it, it's thinking about, oh, how can I use this idea? And we don't need to use all the ideas, but some of them will stop you for a reason. You know, you'll feel it too, like, this one actually matters to me. How can I spin this to communicate my message? Does anyone else have anyone they want to, or any ideas about this, how they would use it?
Yeah.
Other people's emergencies.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I also liked what every little kid wants to say to their parents when their emotions get too big.
Yeah, it's not my problem. So good.
Yep.
Anyone else?
I was thinking more like, it's not my problem to care about other people's opinions of what I'm doing to follow my dreams.
Love it, especially as a business coach. That's so good, Anna. Like an emotional health business coach. I love that in just 2 minutes, every one of you guys have like thought of something in your niche. And I think that's what my heart is, to help you guys realize that it's actually super simple when we are thinking about it from a different way. Now, and even to make this reel is not hard at all. You basically just record yourself with this audio, which I'm gonna take a second before we are in the actual creating of the reels. We are getting to that. Something I just want to encourage you guys too is some of you have never made a reel, and that's great. And some of you have already been dabbling in it. I love it. Something that is this isn't flashy at all, but the way to grow on Instagram is to be consistent. And so we need it to be simple, because if we're taking hours, which I am guilty of, like I said, I've been doing this for over 5 years, probably actually longer. And I used to take so much time to make reels, but I can't be consistent if I need to take so much time. And so learning how to do them quickly makes being consistent much easier. And just a reminder, it's slow. So if you're starting really small, I love the Bible verse, do not despise humble beginnings. We all have to start somewhere. We just have to start. And so just remembering, if you're coming in with 10 followers or 100 followers or thousands of followers, I think all these tools and resources are still helpful. So yeah, remember that consistency is really the key. The algorithm will really reward consistency. All right. Now, one of Jessica Riki's questions was, how do you know when to record? Was that right, Jessica? I feel like I remember you asking that. And something I would recommend for all of you guys is to get real comfortable on camera doing boring things. People love to see your very normal life, your very normal self. And what you're doing is creating a bank to pull from. Because you know what? If you guys have followed my Instagram, today I posted a reel of I'm watering the flowers. I wasn't watering the flowers today. That was a bank from a long time ago. And so you will be helping yourself by creating a bank of, they call it B-roll. Stu actually is really good at this. I feel like if you look at Stu's page, he has so many of him just in the kitchen or doing different things. And I say Stu because he was the first one I was watching what he was doing. I was like, Stu. And I got quite a few ideas from him as well. So just setting up your camera and hitting record when you're cooking, when you're making coffee, when you're going for a walk, when you're reading a book, really anything that you think you can come back and maybe use later. And even if you never come back and use it, it's okay. It's better to have it. So be building that content bank, slow and steady.
Do you have a separate album on your phone, Jess, of B-roll concepts?
Nope. No. I literally just open up my photos and I just scroll. I'm like, what do I think will be good here? I have videos all the way back. My phone is a bit full. I think I have videos all the way back from 10 years. So I just scroll and look for different things, which works out for me really because my niche is mom. So having from when my kids were little to now, you'll see videos if you pay close attention to my reels. They're not all from this era of my life, my gray hair. But anyway, does anyone have any questions about your B-roll or your bank of videos before we go? Okay. Great. Oh, actually, I realized.
So, Jess, let me ask, and this could be a question for just anyone who doesn't think of a question to ask. Okay. When you shoot B-roll, do you shoot it for 5 seconds? Do you let it run for 2 minutes? How do you like to do it? And does it make a difference when you actually go into the editing, if you have to like import a long one versus a short one, like what would you recommend for B-roll?
That's a great question. I usually do it. It's not very long. It's usually a minute or 2 minutes, and definitely you have to chop it up, right? So, and it actually doesn't take long to import into the app at all. I mean, if it's 5 minutes, maybe, but I never have had any issues with uploading into the app.
So you could like get a lot of different shots on a 1 minute clip. You might get 6 different shots because you're doing this, and then another time you're doing this, and yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So one shot and you get lots of videos.
totally. Good point, Sue. Thank you. And if you have any more, please add in. I would appreciate it greatly. Okay, so I kind of think of there being like different kinds of reels, and I'm sure you guys, if you've been on Instagram for 5 minutes, you've probably seen this Yap challenge. Has anyone seen that, participated in it? No? Okay. If you go on Instagram now, you probably will see a lot of talking head reels. It's very it's super trending right now. There's this big challenge called the Yap Challenge, and it's helping people to just get comfortable with their face on the screen. And in order to make they just call me a talking head video, I would open up, and some people were not on here yet, but I was saying to download the Edits app and CapCut. But the Edits app is very user-friendly, and the tools are easier to use than just doing it right in Instagram. You can do it right in Instagram. That's fine. But when you start making reels more often, the Edits app it's just more user-friendly, I think. So if you're going to make a talking head reel, you can open your Edits app on your phone. Feel free. And there's a circle at the bottom, and then it will open up the camera. And Stu and I were having this conversation before the call of like, I didn't really think about how the things are going to be on my camera, and I mean like on my phone to teach. So that's why I was hoping if you guys could open the app, we can do it along together. So if you open up your Edits app, it will have just the camera, and this is for a talking head video. And the things that you'll need for a talking head video, you will need a hook, which is your main idea. That's the thing that's going to make people stop. Every talking head reel should have a hook, and how you do that is you will, let's see, I'm going to pull up a video. Hold on one second.
For the last year and a half, I have been.
Oh, look at this. This is a talking head
It
video.
is basically
That's
about.
not what I was going to go to, though. Hold on. So if you guys can see right here, it's that the hook on this one is sharing a free resource for the mom. So I'm going to just open this up right here. And the hook stays, and then it goes away. And then I also have captions, and then I'll have a call to action. And I'm going to pull this up. Okay. So the basic things that you need for a talking head reel is a hook that stays on the screen it's like the thing that stops the scroll. You have to have captions because most people watch their phone on silent. If you don't have captions, don't even post the video. That might sound harsh, but it's just very like, you need to have captions. And then you need to have a call to action. And a call to action can be like, share, if you found this helpful, share with a friend, or save this for later. You want to tell people what to do with the reel. It helps them it gives them something to do. And then obviously the last part is the caption, which I'm not going to talk a lot about the caption today. I'm mostly just talking about the creating of the reels. So that is how to make a talking head reel. I'm trying to think. Okay. Does everyone have their Edits app open right now? Okay, do you have your camera open? If you have your camera open, just wave, because we're gonna do something just really quick. Nina, your face says you don't have the camera open. You do, okay. So I want you to just hit record. The red button is record. Just record yourself. You can be doing anything. I'm Jess Beard, and I'm recording a 5-second reel to teach my friends here how to make talking head reels. And then I'm gonna hit stop. And there's gonna be an arrow at the bottom, and you can just push it. And then it will open up all of your editing. And this is where you're going to create your hook, add your captions, and then in the Edits app is where you will create the video. And then when you will export it to Instagram, that's when you create the caption. So there's two different, you'll be doing two different things. So that was just, did you guys get your video? Your 5-second video? All right, Stu what is Stu showing me?
That's
It's
the
for
Edits
Rebecca.
app. That's what it looks like.
It's for
Yeah.
Rebecca, yeah.
Okay. And then, so when you have it open at the bottom, it says text, and that's where you'll hit the text button to create your hook. So for my hook, I'm just gonna put in how to make a reel, a talking head reel. And you'll want it to be, and this is fun. You guys will have time to play with this on your own, but there's lots of things. There's lots of fonts, colors, sizes, things like that, but keep it simple. Honestly, pick like one very easy one and stick with that, because you can get lost in the weeds. It will be such a time suck. Like, oh, what looks better? This or this or this or this. And so again, remember, we just want to make it simple, and we want it to be a short amount of time, because that's how we're consistent, right? If we're stuck spending a lot of time on this, we're not gonna come back tomorrow and do it again. So you have your hook, and the cool thing is, did everyone open up the I'm so sorry, the letters to write? Did you see that part? Okay. The cool thing is, you can make that as long on the video or as short on the video by moving the bar at the bottom. There'll be a bar with words, and you can make it longer or shorter. Can you see this bar above my video? Every time you put words, there'll be a bar, and you can make it stay for the whole video. You can make it stay for half of the video. For your hook, it doesn't need to be on for the whole video. And then when you click out of that again, at the bottom, it will say captions. So you'll want to push the captions button, and it will you just hit create captions, and it will pull all the words and make them.
Can you edit the captions?
Yep, you can.
Mm-hmm.
And you can edit the captions by just hitting it, like hitting, there'll be a bar with the captions. You can hit it and hit edit, and that edit is at the bottom. And you can type in all the words. And you will need to do that sometimes. And sometimes I don't, because I really don't care. So sometimes it will say, and my son's name is Avi, and sometimes it will just say Abby. And it doesn't really bother me. I'll just say that. One thing, somebody that I follow is Brock Johnson. He says that the more like typos and mistakes you leave in, not that you make them on purpose, but the more you leave in, the more human you feel. And so sometimes I'll just leave them, because it feels like, oh yeah, that's a person. I make mistakes too. So, and then, so now we have our caption, we have our hook, and then if you would like to add music to the back, which I don't usually do for talking head reels, but I'm going to show you how to do this because you can do it to any videos. It just says audio down at the bottom. And I think Jessica was asking about trending audio. It does say trending audio, so you can go there and choose any of that if you want. But I really don't. I don't often choose a song based on trending audio. I'm not like, oh, this is going to get me more views. Unless it actually goes with my reel, it's not such a huge priority. So that's my take on the trending audios. Does anyone have any questions about where we are so far?
Yes, I have my brain is kind of stuck, fixated on one piece that I don't understand. So when you talk about the hook, are you meaning normally like when people are talking about what your hook is, it's not an actual like thing of words. It's like that appears on your screen necessarily. It's like, what's the idea? Is it the same thing you're talking about? I think I'm having a hard time even explaining what it is I'm asking of what the hook is. Is the hook in this case a specific group of words that you use? Is it in the app? It's called the hook, or are you just calling it the hook?
I'm just calling it the hook, and I would say this is a visual hook. This is the sentence that is like the thing that your reel is about. It's the thing that, like, when I see this, I know that they're going to be talking about that in this reel. It could say, unpopular opinion, ... And your hook is, the goal of the hook is to make somebody stop scrolling and listen to what you're saying. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions about that? No? Okay, great. So this is talking head reel. Now I want to move on to another kind of reel, which is, so your B-roll video. Okay. So your B-roll video, we can just come here and click on the video that you just recorded of yourself, and you can hit either delete or replace. It doesn't matter. And then you would hit that square. There's a square there, and it will say gallery, camera, reels, or generate. And that's where you could go to your gallery. And this is where, if you see those reels where it's like a video of B-roll with words on, this is what we're going to do now. We're just going to do that kind of video. So you would just pick a video from your gallery. Hopefully you have something. It doesn't matter. We're just practicing, right? It could be any video, but you don't want to pick something that's too distracting because you want people to be able to read the words. So I would say that. But you would pick your video, and maybe you want to put like a quote. You can, again, just use, and if you're doing this, I would say I don't usually use a hook for this kind of reel. This is more like it will just have a quote or a saying or a story, words basically on the screen. It's fully contained is what I'm trying to say. The words just stay from beginning to end. And I'm going to just check right now to see if I can show that, which, like this one right here, if you can see this. This is, you can see it's B-roll. There's not necessarily a hook. It's just words, and they just stay on the whole time. And when you do that, you'll, obviously, this is a little bit harder to do in real time, but this is something that you'll want to think about. Like, what am I trying to communicate? What is important in my niche? Like, what is something that fits? And then you're going to want to create out of that. A lot of times, now I'm going to show you, this is why I really love the Edit app. we're going to get out of the recording. I want you to just hit the X at the top. And I want you to come down to at the bottom of your screen, you should see an arrow that looks like play. Does everyone see that arrow?
Can you show again? Can you show it on the?
Yeah, I can show you. There's just this arrow right here at the bottom of the Edits app.
Oh, like the triangle?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. Triangle. Looks like the play button. And then you'll hit that. And what you're going to be opening up to is, it says inspiration and templates at the top. If you see that, just give me like a little wave. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Has anybody used this before? No. Woo, great. Okay. So this is where the Steal Like an Artist comes from, because you're going to find a whole bunch of templates here, and they make it very, very easy for you to use. You can click on inspiration and scroll and see, and some of it says use template and some of it will say use audio. Templates, if you click on use template, just go ahead and click where. I'm sure all of our phones are showing us different things, so I'm not even going to try to pretend that we all can find the same one. But I just want you to hit the use template button. And then it will open up the screen that we were just on. So what it will do is you'll see words, and it will have spaces to put videos. And that's where all that bank of B-roll is going to be really helpful for you, because you can just go in there, click some videos. The words are already there. The captions are already there. And I use this a lot. I will also change it to, like, you can edit, even if it's a template, you can still edit the words. So keeping that in mind. You can also edit the lengths of the videos. You can change really anything in the template, but the template is like a starting point for you. I want to pause. Does anyone have any questions about the templates?
No questions, but this is genius. I did not know you could do that.
Yeah.
So good.
So helpful. Such a time saver when you don't have to actually structure the video and you know the timing. Like, they're obviously doing things a certain amount of seconds, so you don't have to guess how long.
Yes. Templates for me were a real game changer because it made it much easier to create a reel. You can make it so fast. Also,
audio
again,
or the video from the reels that you saved previously?
Can you say that one more time, Jessica?
Is that how you pulled the audio or the video from the reels that you saved previously? Were they in your edits, like, inspiration page, and you just found them and like used those videos and redid the captions from there? Or did you like find them in Instagram, and then like how do you move it from your Instagram page to edits?
Sure. That's a great question. You can save things, and if you're on Instagram, you can save reels. And when you go to the Edits app, you can actually find them there. And you can, some of them will be templates, some of them might just be in audio. But you would go to, on the first page of Edits, okay, here we go. This little square down here, all the way to the left at the bottom, is like the home screen of Edits. And at the top, it says Ideas. Does everyone see where it says Ideas at the top? So you can scroll. It says all, stickies, reels, templates, audio, collections. The ones that you save from Instagram will be in the collections folder. So you can open that, and then, like I said, some of them might be templates, which is great, and some of them will not be. But and then there's also a templates bar, which I think when you save templates, they go there. But sometimes I'll just go and into the place where it says templates and I'll just scroll through just to get ideas and think like, hey, how can this fit into my niche? And then I'll save them into my own square, which is projects, which is the middle square at the bottom, is where all your projects will be saved. So, and then after you create your reel, you're going to hit, I'm just going to show you the process all the way through. You're going to hit this next. Do you see how it says next in the top right corner on your editing, like when you're editing the reel? So if you have the editing part open and you've just made your reel and you're like, you know what, this is ready for Instagram, you'll hit next and it will give you the option to send it to Instagram or Facebook. So I know Nina has been opening her Facebook page, which is amazing. So you can actually send these. Most people, your Instagram is also connected to your Facebook. So I will usually just send it to Instagram and then it shares it on both for me. But you'll hit Instagram and then it will give you the opportunity to write your caption. Any questions about that? I want to try to give space. Great. Okay, so this is for all of you guys who are just starting, you're just practicing, you're like, I want to try this out, but I don't want people I know to see what I'm posting yet because I'm just not sure about it. I'm just not, like, I want to practice and I want it to be low stakes. This is amazing. They have an option on Instagram where you can share it. You just made your reel, you just sent it over to Instagram, you write your caption. You can actually make it a trial reel, which means it will not go on your main page and it will only be shown to people who do not follow you. So the goal of trial reels is sharing your message with people who don't follow you. They will see your content. And it's great for people who are like, oh, I don't want my family. I don't know. What are they going to think about me? While you're in that stage, right? Hopefully we're all going to move out of that stage. But I remember being like that Russell of like, they're going to think, who does she think she is posting that, you know, maybe no one here feels that way. I did. And when I did, they didn't have this option. So I love the trial reel option. And there's different strategies here as well. Sometimes you can post. So if you're posting to your regular page, you're probably not going to say things like follow for more, or maybe if you like this, stick around, because it's showing it mostly to your followers. So they're like, I'm already following. But if you're posting to your trial reel, that's when you're going to say, hey, if you like this account might be for you. Follow for more. Like, if this resonates with you, stick around, something like that. So you'll want to be more intentional with the different, posting to trials versus posting to your regular page. Questions about trial reels, anyone?
And Jess, I've checked my account like a million times. I don't think I actually have trial reels, and I feel like it might come on when you get to 1,000 followers potentially.
Is that true?
I'll Google it.
I think so. Where do you see the option? Because I've checked it so many times. I'm like, please give me this functionality. But
okay, so Anna, did you hit next? And
do you have a creator or business account type?
Yeah, I do.
And do you have at least 1,000 followers?
No.
Oh, is that because I feel like?
Yeah, that's weird.
True. I didn't know that.
I don't. It's.
Does anyone else? Okay, so if you're is anyone open to this page where we sent it over from edits to Instagram? If so, just scroll down and it will say That's a good point, Stu. I didn't think about the business account versus personal account.
That was just a Google, but yeah, me neither. And I definitely didn't know about the 1,000 people. I've never actually heard that.
No, me
AI
neither.
was like,
Maybe I have it and I
maybe.
haven't found it. Please tell me.
Did you scroll down, Anna? It says
Yeah,
just
scroll down.
Hmm.
And then is it on more options, or where would I find it?
Yeah, you probably would see it. It says audience.
Oh, audience.
Does
I've
yours
just got
say-
close friends or everyone, which is the opposite of what we're trying to do here. So that's sad.
Under audience, it says trial for me.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't know about this.
I've got a trial tab. I've got on my personal account, I got 700 followers, and I've got there. It's a. Can you see it there? There it says
Yes.
trial.
Maybe it's
I've
just
got-
me.
But that's my 700th. I only have 700 followers there, and then I've got more on the other one.
Oh, I might try my
also be-
personal account.
It
That's
might also
weird.
be worth just looking at making sure that you have the most updated version of the app.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
Or
true.
that- Or Jess, it could be that you have an older version and in the newer version it's no longer a feature that's offered, but I would bet not. It just might be worth looking at. Or at your
God.
phone if your phone has some kind of capability or whatever.
I've got trial on my personal account. That is
Oh,
frustrating.
Oh,
So
man.
annoying.
Huh. Very interesting. You know, Anna, it might be worth reaching out to Instagram to see. They might be
Yeah.
able to do something.
Yeah, it can't hurt, right? Because it would be so helpful.
While we're here, Nina, do you have the trial reel option? Do you see it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I am so far behind right now because my phone has no storage left that I cannot operate the app. So I'm just listening and following along right now.
I also had to delete
I had
lots
to
of
go off
photos.
camera.
Yeah.
I had to go off camera and cry for a couple of minutes because I was so frustrated. So but it's okay. It's all captured. I'm gonna watch this all. Francois was trying to solve my problems for me and I had to tell him to leave me alone. So so I'll fix it later. But
Okay. Aaron, do you see trials?
So on my business account, which has under 200 followers, I barely use that one. I could find it easily, but I'm having a hard time finding it on my personal one now.
Okay, so you have trials on your business account, but not your personal account.
I'm trying to find it on my personal. I don't know if I have it yet.
Okay, so I guess we're all learning here that Instagram is willy-nilly over here. It's like, okay. Well, let me encourage you guys that if you do have the trial reel option, and even Anna, it might be worth practicing even on your personal one if you have that option, because it does create a different level of stakes when you're practicing. So maybe, Anna, if you're practicing reels and you don't want to put on your business page, just throw it onto trial reels and just see what the engagement is. See if it goes. See if there's interest even. And then you can put it on your business page. But nothing is gained or lost because it's there on your business page. So I definitely recommend trial reels. I'm going to tell a funny story about my friend, Andrew Liam. Some of you guys know him. We've been in the throes of social media for a while. We always were talking back, like, what are you doing? And like just sharing stories and stuff. And I noticed Andrew was making these very beautiful reels, and I knew they were taking him a really long time. And he said, Andrew, like, have you ever thought of like just making them shorter, because really consistency, just like how we talked about, consistency is the main thing. So if we're taking too much time, we're not going to do it every day. So, and then I also told him about the trial reels. Wow. Go follow Emotions in Us, and you'll see that he has like 30,000 followers. I said, Andrew, what's your secret? How did you get that many followers? He's like, I don't know if you remember that advice you gave me. Jess Beard is the one that told me how to do this. And I was like, I guess I have to take my own advice. So just like he was being really consistent, sharing over on the trial reel, sharing quite a bit. I think he said he was sharing like 4 or 5 a day, which is a lot. But he was sharing 4 or 5 trial reels a day. And I say that to say, like, you can do it. If you want to grow, you can really go for it and do it. Obviously, Andrew is case in point. He did it, and I'm so proud of him. I feel so like inspired by his tenacity. Just get after it. And he used all that time that he was making those long reels, and he started making more like short reels, and there you go. You can kind of see what happened. So I definitely recommend trial reels, especially to get your content in front of people who don't follow you. Gosh, we are like short of time, and I think this is just 1 hour, right, Stu?
Yeah, it's an hour, and up, I mean, we budget up to an hour and a half, but it really depends on how you want to structure the time. And I would totally be happy if we schedule a part 2, and maybe we could have a bit of homework or prep, you know, so that we're all ready. You know, like there's a lot of great learnings for like doing another one. Nina, you raised your hand. Were you like, do you have something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, this is exactly what I need, and I needed
Yeah.
a little bit more time to prep ahead so I knew what I needed, and I probably would have been more successful on this call. But I'm also feeling really great about a rewatch and feeling like that's gonna help me walk through it. So
I'm laughing because Stu's like, well, if you run out of things to talk about, and in my mind, I'm like, I am a classic overtimer. I'm always going overtime. So I knew that would be my problem. But then when I hit the time, I'm like, no, I'm at the time. I always am so optimistic. I want to fit everything into. I feel like I
Jess, do
always
you feel like in the structure of what you've built, like of your program, if we started the next thing, would it be rushing for the audience? Or do you like, would it be better for the audience if we just do another sesh and we just like next Monday? I'm just like, as an idea, I know it's not.
How about this? I feel like it's a lot for one thing because I'm trying to teach you guys what I've learned in 5 years, right? So we joke in life consulting, right? It takes you this long to get here. It's going to take this long to heal from that, right? It took me a really long time to learn all these things. I want, in my heart, I want to like give it all to you, but I can't fit it all in 1 hour. So I was thinking, and I kind of mentioned to Stu, what might be helpful is if we break it down by like maybe doing like a challenge where I just post one style a week and say, here's the parameters, go for it, tag us when you've posted it, something like that, and kind of, and maybe even getting feedback. Like if you do the reel and you post it, I'll look and be like, hey, I am not an expert, but maybe just giving a little bit of feedback. Or if you have a question, like, hey, I got stuck here. Can you, like, what would you do here? Or what tool or resource would help this thing? I don't know. Does that feel helpful?
Yeah.
Because the truth is, it's a lot. I didn't even get into CapCut, which is fine. But I'm glad that I told you guys about it because you can just go in there and play with it. A lot of it is the more you enjoy it and have fun with it, the more you're going to do it. And if you've scrolled through social media, you've seen like video clips or like reels with like famous people doing silly things. That is what CapCut is going. That's the app you're going to use for that. And I just recommend going in there and just playing with it. And as you're playing with it, think about like how you can use this for your niche, for your business. But yeah, I don't know. Stu, I probably have.
Yes, let's do this. Let's do this. This is absolutely wonderful. And you know what? I think you could have said only the first 15 minutes of it, and it would have been like all the value that anyone needs. Like just the noticing side was so powerful. So why don't we do this? Why don't we offer up a follow-up that would just be the second half of what you were planning, and we give maybe 10 or 15 minutes for Q&A. People have some questions. How do you feel about that?
Sure.
Guys, do you have questions? Would that be useful to have some Q&A? Do you have questions, or is it? Can you raise your hand if you might have a question?
There, chat from earlier.
Sorry, Jessica, you said you had one from earlier?
There are questions in the chat from earlier.
Okay, thanks.
I realized I wasn't getting the chat. I'm sorry. It was closed. I was like, I'll look at it. I didn't look at it one time. Is there a specific one, Jessica, that you threw in there that you would want?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm getting in the car.
No, that's fine. Oh, someone said, what equipment to use for recording? I actually have this. Is like a mini tripod. I wish I had a bigger one for like that's tall. I don't have a tall one, which is silly. I also have this. It like hooks on to my desk. I use this one when I'm doing some of my talking head reels. Also, you can just lean your phone. You really don't even need any tripod. Sometimes when I'm outside, I'll just lean it against a tree or a book, or in my house. Or if I'm in the kitchen, I'll sometimes put it against the cabinet. So it really, you don't need to have any special equipment.
How about Jess? What's your experience on front camera versus back camera, and the quality of the thing?
I always use front camera. Probably not the best, but make sure you wipe it off before you start recording. That is a really important one, especially if you keep your phone in your pocket. Make sure you just kind of rub it, make sure your lens is clean before you record. Also, if you're doing like a talking reel, make sure you're doing it with the best lighting, maybe in front of a window. Like your face is facing the window, not having a window behind you. That's going to make a big difference. Any other questions?
Yes, I had a question, but I feel like I might be opening up a whole other topic, so this might be one for a different time. But my question is, how do you take people on the journey? Like they follow you on your page, and then I also saw that you've got, say, the Grounded Mum e-course, and you've got various things that they can opt into. And I'd love to just hear your learnings on what happens once they follow.
That's a great question. It's choking me up. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm laughing because Stu did a whole lesson about how freebies are done, but I still have one. I have a freebie that I offer, and I have seen some converting to my email list. So my goal is to try to get people from my Instagram followers to my email list, because that's where like I'm selling more, and that's where I'm connecting more. And so I would say I literally in the last 30 to 60 days has my Instagram grown a lot. And I've been really pondering like, okay, I wanted these followers. Now I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to convert them. So I'm on that journey right now of trying to figure out what to do with them and how to convert them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm learning.
Yeah, I like the idea of having something that they can go to, though, like a freebie or something, so that it's not just like, here's my page and they're staying in Instagram. So.
Yeah, and mine is simple. It's just like a little reset. It's called the Overwhelmed Moms Reset, and I just offer it, and people just have to comment a certain word. And they have apps for this, which you can pay for. I'm not there yet. I don't want to do that yet. I probably will in the future because it is tedious, but it will just send them the thing. And I'm also trying to build connections. I'm trying to keep that personal right now, but maybe not always, right? If it grows more. So
yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Thank you.
I knew one of the guys that I learned a lot from said that even with like 500 comments, he was still not ready to outsource it to like a ManyChat. He was like, I'm just going to do it manually. I think on either the business, on one of the apps, you can have templated replies. Is that possible? Where you don't have to type it out with the link each time? I can't remember. I think.
I don't know, but I copy paste and then I change the name. So I try to keep it personal, but it's still very much copy paste. So, but yeah, thank you guys for being here and for like, I was telling Stu, I love this kind of stuff. If you were sitting in my kitchen, it would be so much easier to be like, with my phone. But like to think about how to teach all of you in a way that's like on my phone and the screen was kind of a little challenging for me. I'm a life consultant, guys. I'm not a Instagram coach, but it's something that I really enjoy. For me, it's really fun. I have a lot of fun with it. And I think the more you can take the pressure off and you're not looking at how many likes, how many comments, you're just posting and they're building that muscle, right, of being consistent is going to be really helpful.
Can I ask a question, Jess?
Sure.
Let's say it's Monday afternoon, Monday evening for some of us. Well, how do we, hi Aaron, what do we do tomorrow morning? Like, how do we, like, what's the mindset? You get up, you look at the inspiration thing, and then you find a video you like, and then you fill your own stuff. Like, what would be the easiest way for us to get going tomorrow?
That's a great question, Stu. I think maybe start thinking about recording yourself, getting comfortable with that. This is silly. Record yourself brushing your teeth. Record yourself making toast. Record yourself opening the fridge. They're just little things that you're just building that muscle of getting used to being on the camera, right? So that would be a great start.
So like 10 videos, like 10 B-rolls of me doing things. Just B-rolls, even if you don't have an idea for the video, just film yourself doing stuff with decent lighting.
Sitting on your computer working.
With decent lighting.
Yes, good lighting. Make sure you have good lighting. It's like an adventure. You have to go around your house and find all the good lighting.
All the spots, all the angles.
Yeah. But then, so that is one thing you could do. Number 2, play with the apps. Play with edits. Play with CapCut. Get used to it. And you don't even have to create something to post. Just play with how it works. Because that's, for me, that's something that I've done over time is like, oh, this is how this button does. It's just like so many things. And then you begin to see like, oh, I've seen reels like that. I just didn't know how they did it, and you kind of just get to play around with it and make it fun, like look at it as, like it's just not work to you're not figuring it out. You're figuring it out, different. So those would be my 2 things. Make yourself familiar with the apps before even trying to post anything. And then I guess number 3 is when you are scrolling, check yourself. Am I looking at this through the lens or am I doom scrolling? Am I consuming or am I like actually paying attention and gathering ideas of what I could do? So all 3 of those things require 0 posting. So if that feels scary still, that's okay. Just these are 3 things you need before you ever hit post.
That's great. Hey, like if you have like a ton of B-roll, you can reuse it for the video that I used that I got 11 million views for on Instagram. I had used that same B-roll like 8 times or something. Like a ton. And then I like changed the text. And that was it.
Yeah.
And the most liked comment was like nice calves. Like it was it was nothing to do with my
Well, number 4, grow thick skin because you're putting yourself there too. But it's true what Stu is saying. And Brock, who I mentioned, go follow Brock Johnson also. He gives tons of free tools, like free information of making reels. I've followed him for a long time, but he says post things 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, the same thing, because people are not going to remember. And then why reinvent the wheel? If it did good, post it again. And I have a certain video, I know if I use it, I get a lot of views every time. There's just like certain videos that catch people's attention, and you change the words on the top and you repost it. It's hard at first to do that because you're like, this feels weird. But again, you're just building that muscle, right? And if you look at people who you follow, you'll notice that they're doing that too. Right now, you might not have noticed it because why did you have to? You know, but once you start paying attention, you'll start to see the patterns that people who are very consistent do, because you have to keep posting to keep relevant, which means pulling from your old stuff and reposting it. All right, Stu, any other questions before we pull this boat into dock?
I think that's great. I think we would all like a part 2. So let's just talk afterwards on that if you have time, your busy schedule.
I do have a call at 15, but I can meet you after that. But it's late for you. We can talk tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah, we do another time. But let's figure that out. Thank you so much, Jess. You're very special. And I have to say your teaching style was extremely easy to engage with, and I learned a lot. Thank you.
Well, I love you guys. This for me was so fun, getting to hang out with my friends and hopefully just help it. My heart is to see every one of you guys succeed and post.
Yeah.
So
let's do it. All right, guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.